Hi, my name is Erica, abstinent and grateful compulsive overeater. I weigh and measure my food off the gray sheet. I write it down, commit it to my sponsor, and I do not eat between meals no matter what. And I only eat what I've committed, no matter what. And that no matter what is saving my life. This program is the only program I know of that has that kind of mantra or philosophy or a hard line if you're outside of Gray Sheet. We do this if it's your birthday, if you're at a wedding, if you're at a group gathering with friends, or you're going out to eat. We eat our committed food no matter what. And yes, I do get to go out to eat, and yes, I do go to birthday parties and weddings and all of that good stuff, but I don't get into things, sugars, carbs, other things. I don't get to make exceptions and say, oh, well, today you can have whatever you want. Because for my entire life, I was always looking for that exception. I was put on my first diet at 6 weeks of age. My mother's pediatrician, well, my pediatrician, my mother took me to the doctor at 6 weeks, and the doctor declared me obese and put me on a diet. And so I was, at 6 weeks of age, dubbed the fat one in the family, and I was compared to all the other members of the family as the fat one. I was the measuring stick for the fat one. I was always told I needed to lose 10 to 15 more pounds. So my whole life was spent dieting and then binging. I describe it like a nautilus, because I would start a diet, I would start to lose weight, then I would look for exceptions and cheats. Look, I didn't gain, see, I can do another one. And then before I knew it, I would start gaining weight, and then by the time I started my next diet, I weighed more than I did before I had started the diet before. So if you look over the course of 25 years, I went from, weighing 130 pounds or whatever as a 5'8" young lady to, at age 42, weighing 273 pounds. I actually weighed more. I weighed 295 at one point, but I threw away the scale because I was not going to see myself weigh 300 pounds. So when I started this program, I weighed 273 pounds, and I had done that one diet at a time. But in Gray Sheet, I learned to be honest with myself. But the very first thing I did was I set a boundary with myself and said I was no longer going to harm myself with food. And the way I did that was I took the food from this program and I weighed and measured it, and I accepted that whether I felt like it or not, whether I believed it or not, whether it looked like it or not, it was enough. It was enough food. I was not going to die between breakfast and lunch. I was not going to die between lunch and dinner, even though everything in me was saying, I'm going to die. And so this program taught me that, you know what? I eat wonderful food. I love my food. And I get to have a life between my food. I get to do things. I have a body now that's 100 pounds less than it was 2 years ago. I have things that I do now that I haven't done since I was in my 20s. More than that, I can think clearly for the first time in my life. And I am very grateful for that. And I'm very grateful for this program, for the things that it has shown me and taught me, for the friendships that you get to make in this program. I am so grateful today to be a recovering compulsive overeater who is in a 12-step program with the tools on how to deal with life, and that I don't eat except what I've committed, no matter what. Thank you. I'll pass.